Part 2. Azure Moon. Guardian Moon. The Delusional Prince. Prince Dimitri and the remnants of the royal army join with the remaining Knights of Seiros to form a revitalized kingdom army. Using Gehrig as their base of operations, they rise to action against the Empire.
You? So you were alive after all.
Hello!
Professor, it is so good to see you again. My brother and I were worried about you.
I'm
Gehrig
worried
told
that you
us
don't
everything.
age.
We are at your disposal.
Does my heart well to see that all of you are safe. Now that we have all gathered, let's discuss our next course of action.
We have two objectives: to overthrow the Empire and to rescue Rhea. I have no objection to joining forces with you. After all, our interests are aligned.
Nothing could be more reassuring than securing the cooperation of the Knights of Seiros.
Let's fight together.
The Archbishop entrusted all of her affairs to you. From now on, I shall comply with your wishes.
We'll make Gehrig our base and prepare to make our stand against the Empire. There is a fair amount of damage, but we will at least have shelter from the wind and rain. Gehrig may be a strategic location, but it's too far from the front lines to be worthy of notice at the moment. This area is inconvenient as far as transport time is concerned, so it's of little importance to their war effort.
Even so, nothing slips past the Emperor. It is safe to assume she at least has this place under surveillance.
Professor, what do you think about making this place our base?
I have no objections.
Fortunately, there are still villages and hamlets nearby, and though I wouldn't call them abundant, we have war funds as well. What do you think, Your Highness?
Do as you please.
Hey, don't act like this doesn't concern you. We finally reunited after all this time. We've got to work together.
She's right. In fact, why don't we all join forces and clean this place up a bit?
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it'll give us time to reminisce about all the good old days at the Academy. I can't wait.
How carefree of you.
It may sound trivial, but, well, I think it's a good idea.
I understand feeling impatient, Your Highness, but patience is key at a time like this. If we fix up our base, it will improve morale, which will be sorely needed as we...
Fools.
Let's all settle down.
Stay out of this.
Please, calm yourself, Your Highness. We are not your enemies.
My enemies say the same.
What happened to him? It's like he's a completely different person.
I feel so bad for him. Would it help if I brewed him a nice pot of tea?
I cannot claim to understand how he feels. However, the way he's behaving, it's as though he's being haunted by some unseen force.
He wasn't always like this.
Perhaps.
Let's check on Sylvain.
That hurts. Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by.
How's your injury?
It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Didn't you want to kill me?
I certainly meant it when I said it, but when I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you, but come on. I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours.
You didn't have the courage?
No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier and the life of a nobleman and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting.
I remember 5 years ago.
Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting. My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too.
Didn't try to get him back?
Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest.
So what you really feel toward women is...
The women who just want to use me to become nobility? Hatred's probably the right word. Though, in the end, that's just an easy answer. I don't even know how I truly feel about it all. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you.
For what?
Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live. So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
It's kind of heavy where it's like, hey, you think you know what you're getting into when you have a discussion with Sylvain, where it's like, hey, it's the man who loves the girls. It's like, actually, I think they're all scum. Hello, it's time for tea. I haven't tea'd with anyone in forever.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
I like your new look. They were allowed to design you an outfit that is just for you, because you're not in the class anymore.
Relaxing.
This is wonderful. Let's see if we can make this not terrible for you.
Yes.
Mishaps in the kitchen. All right, thank God. You seem well. Close calls.
Sure.
Okay, apparently you're not allowed to think about any close calls.
Thank you for the treat.
Whatever, we got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Well then, supports are available. Man, it's cool to see like everyone's updated. I didn't even see Bernadetta's new look. Look at this. You gotta... Your hair still looks weird, but you know, whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Someone got hot quick. Sorry. Oof, boy. Oof, boy, oof, man. Everybody's ready to flash. Apparently this dude's just ready to go. It looks like I got S with him. Your bond is very deep. You have to wait until the war. Oh man, he is now in fuck range. This is wonderful. Dimitri is going through too much to do that right now. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. Everyone wants to talk to me. Except you, and you. But you know, good God. How about everybody else through everybody else? Can we do those real quick? Yeah, we can totally. Let's get some of those done.
Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Oh, yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite. I really like this one, the one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Such a wonderful knight. One of my favorites as well.
That makes sense. He's so noble and virtuous. In fact, he kind of reminds me of you.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
Huh?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends. They're not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
What's that supposed to mean?
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am the last hope of House Galatea. I am the only one who can carry on the family bloodline and restore our lost fortune. To do that means setting aside my own dreams and ambitions.
You still have the right to pursue your dreams.
Ash, I must ask something of you.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
Well, what a nice lad. What makes it so that they're white supports? I guess that means that they only have a support with me. Makes sense.
Flame, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
You worry too much, brother.
I think a kidnapping is good cause for concern. I was so worried about you I nearly fainted.
Had that not happened, I would have never been allowed to join the professor's class. Even from something so dire, some good did come of it.
That is a dangerous attitude. This world is full of peril. You must be more vigilant. Please understand, I allowed you to enroll here only because I thought it best for your safety.
I am very much aware of that. You wanted to speak to me of something?
Yes, my dear little sister. You are kind beyond all measure, and you are the very picture of innocence. But precisely because of these very fine qualities, I worry about your interactions with the others here. The youths of our army are particularly eccentric. As your brother, it is my duty to help you with any concerns you may have.
I do appreciate the offer, but all the students and professors have treated me exceptionally well.
Even so, there must be at least some worry. Please, you need not conceal anything from me.
You worry far too much. There is truly nothing to share, and nothing for you to fret over.
Are you absolutely sure? The idea of you suffering in silence is unbearable to me.
Enough! I made it clear that nothing is wrong. I stand by my word. Well, there is one concern that comes to mind.
What is it? Tell me. I will help however I can.
There is a certain somebody who seems determined to get in the way of my friendships with my classmates.
What? That's horrible. Fear not. I will handle this scoundrel for you. Just tell me his name.
It is you, brother. Now then, I must be on my way.
What was Flame getting at just now? Let's see, I was speaking to her.
Oh.
I asked her to share her concerns, and... was there something else? No matter. Fear not, Flame. Your brother will protect you from all harm.
Knowing that this is her dad makes this so much more hilarious. Oh my.
Here you are.
Oh, were you looking for me, Felix?
You were injured in the last battle. Are you okay?
I'm fine now. Thank you for your concern.
You really are troublesome.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to get in your way out there.
What are you even doing on the battlefield? You endangered yourself and got hurt. Such a stupid thing to do.
Yes, of course, you're right. I have no excuses.
If you intend to carry on being such a fool, you'd best stay near me.
Are you sure? I'd hate to get in your way again.
You can, You can keep thinking of me as your little brother. And that'd be better than going through this again.
But I thought you didn't like that. Didn't you say you were fed up with it?
I am fed up with it. I've already spent years filling in for someone who's dead. My older brother inspired love and respect. He was a great knight. He died. Since his death, his memory has followed me around like a shadow.
Oh, I didn't know you had a brother too.
I don't let my personal feelings distract me on the battlefield. Still, do I really remind you of him?
Well, you don't look like him, but something about you feels so familiar. It just makes me want to protect you. That's not to say that you're incapable or unreliable or anything like that. In fact, it's quite the opposite. You're the one who just came to check on me.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings. You're reckless. Lives are at stake, including mine when I have to run over and save your skin.
Yes, I'll try to be more careful. Thank you for being so kind, Felix.
Whatever.
Alright, moving on from that. We can do one notch of A with you.
Training on your own? You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you, Sylvain, but there's nobody here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
You're here, aren't you?
How ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as your face.
You really say something like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd listen. Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
What? No, I'm saying if there's one thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
Whatever helps you feel better. Stay and protect me, then. I couldn't bear it if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
It's getting late. We'd better head out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training. I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's that strange look for?
Well, you're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel, I don't know, oddly at ease.
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
That must be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely. No matter what happens, we'll always be friends, Sylvain.
This would be like the smash cut to them in bed type of situation, but whatever. Nothing like that. That'd be crazy. How's certifications going? Who else hit 30? Looks like it's just him. Looks like if he gets some sort of a master seal, he'd be able to get something going. There's War Master. There's Holy Knight. Dark Knight. Bow Knight, Great Knight. Mortal Savant. Wyvern Lord, but we'll figure that out at some point. For now, everybody's fine where they are. Let's see. Yeah. How am I doing on you? Getting you into the mortal form. Need to get B+ on reason. And then you'll be ready. How about me? What will I need? Yeah, I'll need to do my own reason then. How will I look in that outfit? Pretty good. Pretty good. I think I might do that for myself as well. That's not our concern. Our concern now is exploration.
Professor.
We are still being assaulted by these.
I need to speak with you. Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived.
Adopted father?
Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest.
I'll get it.
My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war?
Maybe the war pushed him to this.
I suppose it's possible. He may be worried about carrying on his bloodline, but... I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Will you accept?
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no.
What does your heart want?
I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream.
Why can't you decline?
It's just... I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the Officers' Academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me.
Severing your ties?
I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was
You can't just give up on your dreams. Sorry, I skipped that.
That's a very good point. We're only given one life, so we must do all we can to pursue our happiness. Okay, I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else.
Who might that be?
Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious?
Excuse me?
I'm just teasing. Now, I'm
No,
off to
no,
write
you were
this
one of the
letter and
options
stand
earlier.
alone.
You're super gay.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Well, congratulations for that. That's wonderful. There's so much going on here. There's cats. They go meow. Oh, this place is completely restored. There's nothing broken over here at all. Can I harvest? Oh, thank God my harvest is still here. Would have been embarrassing if it wasn't. We might as well do it.
No.
Yes! Don't give me any no shit.
Ugh.
We have to do the rest of these supports.
I can't believe how long it's been since I left home. Since I was dragged out of the house, I mean. 5 whole years. It's weird to think about.
You want to go back?
No. But if you'd asked me that 5 years ago, I'd have said the opposite. I have friends here, and I have you. The monastery's become a second home to me. Back then, I never would have dreamed a day like this would come.
I'm happy for you.
It's all thanks to you. You've given me a second chance at life. If not for you, I never would have gotten used to leaving my room, let alone the monastery. Maybe the battlefields just dulled my senses. I'm much better with strangers and new places now, though. I don't panic nearly as much as before.
I have some independent work for you then.
What? Independent? As in, alone? That sounds like a tough assignment. Where did this come from all of a sudden? Hey, hold on. You're teasing me, aren't you? Please don't joke around like that anymore. It's torture for me.
I can't commit to that.
Come on, Professor. I'm begging you. Please promise me you won't do that again. Friends respect each other's feelings, don't they?
Fine.
Good. I'll hold you to that. You're absolutely not allowed to send me out anywhere on my own. Got it? You would need to come with me. If you're with me, I can go anywhere in the world.
I'll be with you in spirit.
No, that defeats the purpose. Why can't you get what I'm saying? Oh, that's enough. I need some time alone.
Well, I'm glad we've wrapped that up.
Now that I think about it, His Highness was right. We probably don't have time to waste on cleaning. Maybe I wasn't taking the situation seriously enough. After all, the Imperial Army could be showing up at any time. I was just so happy to see you again. And everyone else too. Maybe I got carried away.
Cleaning is important.
Well, I suppose Lady Rhea would be pretty shocked if she came back to find the place filthy.
Advanced drills? Oh, she can just straight up help me in reason. Sure, why not?
There's still more to learn.
If I'm gonna be the moral savant, I should do that.
Speaking of... I finally managed to meet up with everyone again, but they're all so gloomy. Hey, Professor, care to join me for a cup of tea? We could invite the others and the soldiers.
That sounds nice.
Doesn't it? Oh, there probably isn't time to bake any treats, though. Oh, I should invite Dimitri to come along as well, though I don't suppose he'll want to join in.
What are your drills? This is also reason, but I could also do faith. Reason is the one that I need, though. Let's see. Any way to, like, look at it? Because I'm pretty sure they require reason for that one. I'm gonna assume that I'm right on that, and that I'm not making a mistake in, trying the other one. Now then, we have more supports to go find. A lot of quests, too.
Professor.
Hello?
Professor. Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
I'm happy to listen.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
Let's hear it anyway.
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family.
You don't have to do what you don't want to.
Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Could you not find a way to do both?
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Everyone's got a lot on their plate. Have a couple dudes in here.
Hey, you.
So how you doing? Okay, good. Now that I've talked to you.
Hey. Hello. I have a request concerning that creature. I can hardly look at the thing in the state it's in. Do something about it.
I'll see what I can do.
Please do. We tracked the boar for 5 years. We thought he was dead. In the state he's in, he might as well be. He's gotten better at killing people. And in exchange, surrendered what little humanity he had.
You can help me in brawling and bow. Huh. Well, it's not what I'm looking for at all. But I appreciate the thought.
Really?
No, I don't actually appreciate the thought. I was being facetious. Not to worry.
Professor.
Ah, let's speak.
Finally, I notched a win against you.
I almost had ya.
True, it was a narrow victory. When we spar, I feel like I'm revisiting my past.
Why?
It's like training with my brother. He always won. Always. And died before I could win a single bout. From the first time I held a sword, all I wanted was to surpass him. And that's what drove me to become so strong. Perhaps it's absurd to say such a thing. I've spent all these years training for a duel with a corpse.
You found an answer to my question.
Yes, I suppose I did. I can never again spar with my brother. Not unless he climbs out of his grave. Still, I continue my endless pursuit of strength. Maybe because I have a new opponent to measure myself against.
Who?
You, obviously. I beat you this time. But when we next cross swords, who knows what might happen. It was a close match, not a crushing victory. I know that I can do better. I will surpass you in strength. And then I'll become stronger still.
Don't count me out yet.
Just what I was hoping you'd say. Anyway, thank you for helping me find an answer to the question you asked all those years ago.
I do love that we're building motivation. And I do love his devotion to wanting to kick my ass. Like, you keep on kicking it, buddy. And then I'm gonna fuck you senseless.
Professor.
Well, I'm no longer horny because Ash is here.
Oh, hey, Professor.
You're chipper as ever.
Actually, I ran into that thief while I was shopping just now.
The thief from 5 years ago?
Maybe you don't remember. It's been quite a while. The man who stole the book from that market stall.
Please tell me that this only occurs now.
They were both so grateful.
Like, please tell me it's like, yo, you remember 5 years ago when I got owned? Like, what? Alright, man.
It's a really nice feeling.
I'm glad it all worked out eventually.
Yeah, but it did seem like they were still having trouble getting by. I guess what you said to me back then was right. My actions didn't really solve the problem. I can't help everyone, no matter how much I try. If I had the money or power, maybe, but I don't.
You'll get there.
You know, a long time ago, Leonardo said nearly the same thing to me. I think it was when I tried to look after the horses all on my own. I really messed that up. He said, "You're not quite ready for this yet, but there's no need to rush." I know I can't help very many people right now, but I think doing what I can for those I see in front of me is still worthwhile. I have to believe that, at least.
That's just like you.
Thanks. That's reassuring to hear. What about you, Professor? Has anything been troubling you lately? I'd be happy to help, as long as it's not looking after horses. You might not want to trust me with that.
Why do I look troubled? Is it my hair?
I genuinely enjoy helping people. It's a great feeling making someone smile. So if there's anything I can do for you, I want to do it, because I care about you.
That's really nice.
You think so? It's just what anyone would do, really. So what'll it be? How can I help?
Let's chat.
Happy to, if that's what you'd like.
He's the biggest bottom I've ever encountered. It's incredible. I get this man to do anything. It's crazy.
You were kidding.
All right, we got a thing we can do on the other side.
Oh.
Hold on. Are you that same guard?
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago. But I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that. Even if the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now, I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
You know, that's respectable.
Oh, hi, Professor.
You look down.
Do you remember what we talked about before? About doing my best to not do my best? Well, I've been pretty busy recently, and despite my best efforts, I've been trying way too hard. I was busy all day yesterday with training and work. I just couldn't help myself. That's why I decided to take a day off today. It's just, now that I have a day off, I don't know what to do with myself. Please, you have to help me. What should I do?
Take a nap.
I tried that. I couldn't calm down enough to fall asleep. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm cut out for not doing my best. Oh! You're a professor. You must know some secret technique for deep relaxation, right? If you do, please teach me. I'm begging you. I'm at my wit's end.
Have some sweets.
Got it. I'll try that right now. This candy is so sweet and delicious, and it goes so well with piping hot tea. Ooh, and speaking of the tea, your brewing skills are incredible. I'd love to be able to make such nice tea, but... Oh, Professor, will you teach me how to brew tea like this? I'll do my best to learn, and then I'll make delicious tea for you as thanks.
Is this doing your best?
Oh, sorry. Back to my old tricks, it seems. So, why is it so difficult to not do my best? I try and try to not try, but it just doesn't work.
Just be yourself.
Professor? You're right. Doing nothing is just not my style. To be myself, I've got to do my best every day.
That's the spirit.
Okay. Then you really must teach me how to make such delicious tea. You will, won't you? Please. Oh, and also, well, thank you. You've listened to me and helped me face my troubles. Now I feel like I can talk to you about anything. Honestly, I wish we could go on drinking tea like this forever.
Well, that covers every support that we have. The major explosion of supports that just comes from hitting this time skip. He is unable to deepen his bonds, but everyone else here is filled up. In fact, we're just straight up done with all of these characters. Which means I can focus on giving these other characters some stuff. Like Leone, Seth, Blaine, and Gilbert. But yeah, we'll have to wait until the war ends to do any of our S ranks, which I believe S is just you can get married to these characters. Which also makes it hilarious that Mercedes is an option. Blaine, I'm gonna become your mommy now. That's it. Like, fucking what? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone else is doing somewhat okay. Well, needless to say, I've recorded probably twice as much as I probably wanted to initially, but thankfully the story was so good I felt like I couldn't stop. I could not contain myself. Could not at all. I'm thinking about like trying to raise stats or do anything like that, and my brain's just going, no, stop before you run out of gas. So yeah, let's just go to the cathedral, and we're gonna end here. Next time on Fire Emblem Three Houses, we will clear up this exploration. Apparently, I'm teaching the kids again, so I guess we'll get back to doing that. And we will begin our counterattack and everything. The game definitely had an uptick in quality as soon as we unmasked that Flame Emperor, and now it's getting even better. I'll see you guys next time for more.